And the Ahmadi Muslim community in Britain paid its respects to the dead in last week's Pakistani mosque attacks. It's been a week since attacks on mosques belonging to Pakistan's minority Ahmadiyya sect killed at least 97 people. 2 people have now been arrested for last Friday's assault. Al Jazeera's Imran Khan gained exclusive access to one of the mosques that were targeted.
A first look inside at what, just a week ago, was a bloody scene of murder and violence. Signs of the mayhem are everywhere. This community has faced persecution for many years. None more violent, though, than the brutal murder of 97 worshippers during Friday prayer in twin coordinated attacks last week. This is the first time any media have been able to get into one of the Ahmadi mosques attacked on Friday. Let me just show you what happened. The gunman scaled the wall, which is just behind me. He then came to this main door, which goes into the prayer hall. He tried to push this door through, was unable to get through because the worshippers in back, you can see the bullet holes that he was firing. He managed to just push this door a tiny bit open, got his gun inside and just fired indiscriminately. They managed to beat him back. When that happened, he moved on to this window here. You can see the damage, you can see the bullet holes where he was firing, and he just pushed his gun through here and fired indiscriminately. Now this would have been packed with worshippers. Another attacker opened fire and lobbed grenades into this prayer hall. It was full of bodies, all lying on the floor. Some already dead, many just in fear. In total, 28 people died before the attackers were overpowered by the worshippers, captured alive and handed to police. One of the guards who died was an ex-soldier. Anwar was 42 years old with 4 children. One of them lies in hospital critically injured in the attack. The shock of his death is still too much for his widow.
I don't understand what's happened. My husband was everything to me, my religion, my life, my happiness. I was orphaned in childhood, and now my children are orphans.
Former Pakistani Army Colonel Manawar Ahmed is in charge of security for this Ahmadi mosque. He says years of persecution led to these attacks.
We are not allowed to say prayers. We are not allowed to say mosque. We are not allowed to even name ourselves like Muslims. We are not allowed to say anything regarding any religion. Our mouths are closed. As far as the law is concerned, if I tell somebody that this is our mosque, I can be prosecuted.
Pakistani flags flutter in front of the provincial government. The white stripe represents the rights of Pakistani minorities. Rights all minorities now say the government of Pakistan needs to take seriously. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera, Lahore.
And members of the large Ahmadi community here in London have also remembered those who died in Lahore. About 6,000 worshippers gathered in the Ahmadi Mosque there. The sect's spiritual leader, Hadrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, led them in prayers for the 90 victims. Many of those present had lost friends and relatives in the attacks. Here too there was criticism of the response by the security forces.
These people were wounded, they had bullets in their bodies, and they were in a terrible state, and they were in the mosque for about a couple of hours. And if the police would have been inside, or they would have taken any action against it, there would have been hundreds of people would have been saved, including my father.